Hi, Penny with Sage Butterfly Designs. Oh my goodness, it's been a week. It has been a week. What is it? Bo's down here. You want to come on up here? You was up here earlier. Of course you're up here earlier. So today is May 30th. I hope everybody had a great Memorial Day. I spent Memorial Day weekend in Greenville visiting with friends and family. We got together with some friends of ours and had just a simple cookout of hamburgers and just had some good times, good conversation, some laughter. Just enjoyed ourselves. Of course, saw Mom. That's where we stayed. Checked in on Dad. Checked in on his parents. Husband went with me as well as Bo. So yeah, it was a nice little trip. So it was more travel for Bo. Here's a picture of him at Mom's house. And he was getting upset because I kept saying meatball, and that sounded like something. I think he just kept keying in on the word ball, to be honest with you, because he loves the ball. But I was teasing my husband, telling because he had to call in the Italian order, and I wanted a small pizza, and Mom wanted an Italian sandwich, and I was like, and Bo wants a meatball. Yeah, we don't give people food. He doesn't get meatball, but it was just being funny. I told you last video that I was going to have a lot of haul, and I do. So, button up. Well, here we go. We're going to start with some FFOs. I did not FFO these. These are from Artie, the Vintage Stitcher. I sent these to her, and she went ahead and did the FFO on them. So let me show you them. The first one, sure you will remember this pattern. This is the Bunny Garden, and that is by Stitching with the Housewives. I'm trying to remember everything on it now. 32 count. It was a Lavender Mist from Fabric Flair. So there's the stitching, and you made it into, I asked for a flat fold. So we have the flat fold with the Penny words, rick-rack, there it is. The rick-rack around it, little bow, so cute, love it. Can't wait to have it out for our next Easter. So that one I'm really, really pleased with. Let me see which one's which. This one, okay. Biscorn U. I had designed this Biscorn U for her retreat that Artie had the beginning of May, and this was an exclusive to them, and I will release the pattern probably in about a year. But this is the Biscorn U, and she put this fabric with it. I think it turned out really, really cute. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. So cute. Okay, and then I'm sorry, my light is really bad. There's like a cloud overhead, and there's like no rain in the forecast or anything else, but there's just this cloud, and it's like dark all of a sudden. This next Biscorn U I designed separate from the exclusive. So this one here, I'll probably release it next month. But this is the corner design, and then the top design, and then she just put a simple gingham on it, and I love that. I think it turned out so cute. So very happy with that. Then we come to the last one. This one I'm not so happy with, but I'm gonna make it work. I sent her this pillow, or this stitch pattern. Sorry, I did not send her the pillow. I sent her this stitch pattern, and I asked her for a weighted stand-up pillow. It's weighted, I will say that. There's walnut shells in there, or actually on her video she said she put lizard litter in there, and that is supposed to be just like a little bit finer of a walnut shell, which is fine. I have no problem with that. The issue I have is that it's like this rectangle shape, and can't see my desk. Let's see, hold on, let me see if I can get it down. Okay. It doesn't stand. So it's supposed to be a stand-up pillow that doesn't stand up. I can't, I've wiggled it around, I've done that, and it won't stand up. And I wanted a stand-up pillow. What I had envisioned, although all I said was a stand-up pillow, and like I said, it doesn't even really stand up, but my description was, I said, please give me a stand-up pillow. What I envisioned was something like this that Helen D did. So I'm not very content with this, but what I'm going to do is I'll either just put it in a dough bowl, but even then it's like half of the pattern is like kind of covered up when it goes in, because it's like it sits way down here and then you're missing part of the pattern if you just set it somewhere. So that kind of upsets me a little bit too. So what I'm probably going to do is just take it apart and do it like the Helen D one, because this isn't what I wanted, but it's okay. I mean, she only charged me for the bunny. She only charged me for this one because I did give them the exclusives and everything else. So this was the only one she charged me for. So I'm not complaining. I'm just going to fix it the way I wanted it. So note to self and to everyone else. When you're ordering, make sure you are very specific and give like a picture. I guess I should have, even though it was in my mind, that's what I wanted, was a stand-up pillow that was going to be round at the bottom and then ovaled at the top. I mean, it's an egg, it should be an oval shape, but I was not specific, and I did not tell her that's exactly what I wanted, and I did not say just like this picture. I assumed, and I should not have. So I'm not upset or angry or anything like that. It's just something that has to be changed is all. So to my liking, so I will change it. Not a problem. Okay, I have finished. I finished Bloom. Well, actually it's called Summertime, and I call it Bloom for some reason because it doesn't say Bloom anywhere in its title. That's just my own made-up name for it. And this, I already put the pattern away because it's already done. It's by, look at my notes here, it's by Elizabeth's Needlework Designs, and I put this on a 14 count curved tile by Fabric Flair with the mostly called for Weeks Dye Works. All of down here is called for, even though I moved it. This was supposed to be over there, and then it had the border green, it's a little bit darker, it was supposed to be this, and I wanted it to stand out more, so I changed it around. The yellow was supposed to be the butterflies, and they hid, and you couldn't really see them when they were, it's like, So I went ahead and I used Celebration, Weeks Dye Works, and Blue Aster, Weeks Dye Works. So I changed it up a little bit, but it's a finish. Okay, on to whips. I don't have that many peeps. I don't. We're going to start with Lavender Mist because I had to watch the season finale of Survivor, and this one's on paper pattern, so I could watch on my iPad. At any rate, I got all of the purple ribbons done. So the purple section of the ribbon is what I did, and it was from that mark down. So all that purple ribbon there, and then I moved the border around since that's like the bottom purple of the ribbon. I just went ahead and took it across and finished that line. It is, my Teresa made me do it. It is, I'll show you the pattern, that would help, wouldn't it? Miribilia, and this is her Lavender Mist, and I had the top part of the page was like from here down to here, and now I'm working on this bottom section of the page, and it goes to about there. So it's coming along, and it is being stitched on 32 count Aurora by Silkweaver in the called for DMC, and I started this on January 1st with the Teresa made me do it. I got that done. My goal was to get all of this done, and that didn't happen. I'll be extremely happy if I get all of that stitched, because it's all full cross stitch. This section is, there's like not one. The only little tiny spots that don't have stitches in them, like right here along the edge of the ribbon, are beads. So everything is just like full coverage stitch. So that takes quite a bit of time. So yeah, maybe I'll get that section finished in June. We'll see, because I don't have any goals like that for June. So I'll talk about that later. Okay. Next one that got some love is the Autumn Bee by the Blue Flower. This was my birthday start in April, and it was, did I start it April 17th, because I know I started it before my birthday. And this is on 18 count raw that you can see through. Hold on, let me get my thing. I'm using a cake box. We use what we have, people. We use what we have. Okay, so this is the Autumn Bee. 18 count raw by Stitched Modern. 2 strands of the called for dinky dyes are provided in part of the kit. And my goal for May was to complete the body, which I did. It looks weird right there. Okay. Just the lighting, I guess. It looked like there was something wrong with the stitching right there, but there's not. I was like, the world? But I wanted to get the bee body, butt, and body done. And I also got part of its head done. All I need to do is add the antlers and the eyeballs, and the head will be done too. So that is the Autumn Bee. So I got where I needed to for May on that one. Oh, and I had scheduled to get Summertime finished in May, so I did get that finished too. So the 2 finishes, which was Freebie and Summertime, I got complete. And this was my surprise start. I didn't plan on starting this one at all, but it got started. And that is the Freebie by October House. And it's called Twirl. It's this little patriotic type of stitch. I worked on that while I was at Mom's. And this is where I am at. So I got a lot of the flowers done. I've got 3 more of those, I think, and that's it. 2 more and 2 stems. So all I got left is these 2 red and pink flowers, and then that stem and that stem. And I messed up when I was looking at the chart. I'll show you in just a moment. I was talking to Mom and not paying complete attention, and I thought that these were pink and these were blue. So mine are pink and blue instead of pink and blue. Oh well, they're just flowers. It all works out. Not upset about it. It is what it is. So that should be completed hopefully by the time I do my next video, hopefully. That's not too much. And my last whip, and that was on 18 count fabric flare with DMCs. And my last whip is Honey Fair. I was working on this one this morning. I'm so close to being done with this honeycomb. My goodness, this honeycomb is like, or hive, or whatever you want to call it. I guess it's a hive, honey hive. But at any rate, all I got left is just one color in these circles right here that are open. That's it. And then I'm finally done with the hive. So this is Honey Fair without the glare, hopefully. So as you see, the hive takes up the majority of the thing. So once we get that done, the rest of it should fly. And I started that Count Blueberry Milkshake by Grace Notes Fabrics in the called forward Fancy Floss, which is a combination of the Gentle Arts and the Weeks Dye Works and some color works, classic color works. Okay, before I get to haul, I got this about 2 weeks ago, so I apologize because it just got kind of thrown on my desk and then I didn't get to, I had it sitting there so I would remember to thank you, and then I forgot to thank you, so I apologize for that. But I got a great little card from Pat Wiggers, as well as some stickers, so thank you. Not necessary, but thank you so much. That was very sweet of you. It certainly made my day, and that's why I said I wanted to thank you. It was sitting on my desk so I would remember, and yeah, well, you know how that goes sometimes. Okay, the haul. The haul. I'll start with 1, 2, 3 stitch. I got a pattern, and I got Weeks Dye Works H through K. So I'm not going to waste your time with all the threads. They're threads. They're pretty. I'm not going to show you all of them. But I also got a pattern, Lady Liberty by Blackbird Designs. I've been looking at it and looking at it and looking at it, and finally I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get it. Beautiful. So when I placed my 1, 2, 3 order and I decided I wanted that pattern, I went ahead and I ordered the flosses I didn't have to go with it. So I've got all the called for Weeks Dye Works threads for it. So this is, so some of them were not in the H through K, but that's quite all right. So these are the colors. And then I had the, what kind of fabric do I get? I don't know. So I ended up finding some at the LNS over by my mom's house. And this is it. This is the drum section. And then I have the topper section. So I already cut those out. But look at that. Is that not gorgeous? Oh, love, love, love. Oh my gosh. So I signed up for, it's like it all just kind of happened in a row, because I was like, well, I want another pretty, I'm working on that one Blackbird design for my mother-in-law. And I was like, I want my own, you know, but I was like, well, let me get done with this first, and that kind of thing. And I saw this pattern, and I was like, maybe. And if I'm like, you know, I'm just gonna go ahead and bite the bullet and get it. So I got it. And then I get this email from the LNS by my mom's house telling me that they're offering a drum finishing class on the 23rd of June. I'm like, oh. So when I was there, I'm like, you put me on that. I am on that class. And they're like, okay, great. You know, can't wait to, do you have your piece stitch? It's like, no, but I will. So hopefully that's going to be my focus piece for next month, because I've got to get it stitched so that I can learn how to finish it as a drum with the class. So I've got a class scheduled. That fabric, I'll just roll right into the LNS stuff, and that fabric, because I've got, they gave me more than I needed, which is fine. But Panda Crossings is the name of the LNS, and this is blue cashmere, and it's an 18 count, but it doesn't say who it is, so I don't know. But it's like a grayish blue. It's real pretty. It's not quite blue, it's not quite gray. My husband went into the LNS with me. It's hysterical. I think he was just trying to make sure I didn't stay in there too long. But he came in there with me, and I had this one, and I had one other one that was like a little bit more blue and darker. And I'm like, which one? He had no idea what the pattern was or the threads or nothing. I just picked them both up and I said, which one? And he goes, the lighter one. I go, which blue? He goes, the lighter one that's gray, not blue. Men don't see all colors. Yes. But I also got all the Weeks Dye Works L's while I was at the local needlework shop. So I spread some love her way with that. and I needed a couple of metallics for sleigh. So I got the couple of metallics that I needed for sleigh. And you can't just get that, heaven forbid. So I ended up getting, hold on. I found patterns that I probably don't need. Hands-on Design, the summer basket. And I was looking at this, and sorry for the glare. And I love it, and I was thinking, I love it for what it is, as far as it being the summer patriotic things. I love the pillows themselves. I want to learn how to make pillows like that with the little like corners. That's really cool. So I'm hoping I can, I'll have to watch some YouTube videos and find out how to do that. So, but anyway, I love the pillows, and I was loving this, and I'm like, you know, I'm loving them in the colors that they are, but I could easily make these into different seasons and make them in different colors for the different seasons. So now I'm like, well, do I want to make all 3 of them in patriotic, or maybe I'll use one in a patriotic and then maybe do one in a fall and one in a winter. So yeah, I'll have to play with that. I'll have to think on it, but got the pattern at any rate. I had no intentions, none, of buying Christmas designs until I went to the little Blackbird section and was flipping through and found this. I fell in love with the dove on the house. I saw the stockings and I was like, oh, that is cool. But I still was not sold on it. I was like, well, maybe. And I started to open up the book and I started to flip through the patterns, because you can't do that online, but you can when you do it this way. And I found this pattern and I was like, sold. Sold, sold, sold. Look at that. That is so gorgeous. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I was thinking about starting a Teresa Coquette Let Love Ring. I was starting to kit it up. But now that I see this, I'm like, oh, I want to do this. And it's just, oh yeah. Oh yeah, I like there's only like one chart in here that I was looking at that I'm like, yeah, I'm not fond of that one, but just about everything in here I like. And I'm like, I wasn't really planning on a Christmas book, but ended up getting a Christmas book. Yeah. And I got my Grace Notes fabric of the month. And I'm on 18 count fat quarter. And it is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It's a sky blue like it's showing here, but it's a little bit, it's more like on a bright, it's a little bit brighter than it's showing up here. It's being a little bit washed out with all my extra light. Try to move back, you can see a little bit better here. It's not quite so bright, but yeah, love it. So I'm happy with that. That's fun. And then it's rabbit hole time. That was just all fun and games, people. Are you ready for my rabbit hole now? Yeah. Thank you to Christine Stitch All the Things, showing her wool applique for several weeks in a row, and it just eating on me and eating on me and eating on me. And then she did a tutorial video on top of that. I decided I needed to start wool applique. So, let me pull the box over. Yeah, we're talking about a box. One must have tools to do this. So, here, Amazon got some business from me. I bought a new iron, an applique mat, pressing cloth, a large cutting mat, because the one I had was just this, like half of the size one, and it looks like it's doubled up from there because it's like on two sides. It looks like it's folded in half, so it's like big, huge cutting mat. And a light box, which I can also use these things for other finishing projects, not just wool applique. But yeah, I was like, okay, time to buy them. It started with buttermilk basin, because that's where she gets her stuff from. So I was like, oh, let's start there. See what trouble we can find. The first pattern is this, what's it called? American Crow on Spool. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that just the cutest? Oh my goodness. Yeah, I love it. And then I was trying to spread some love, so I got a doily. I think that's what it's autumn penny mat. How can I go wrong with that, right? Autumn penny mat. So I have an autumn decoration. I don't want all my decorations to just be cross stitch. We gotta mix in some other things, right? Joy. Christmas one. Looks like they made that into a cute little pillow. At least that's probably what I'll do with it. And got some finishing fabrics. And I got a wool scrap bag. So I'm like, that should get me a good start. I should be good to go with that. And I found some free wool applique patterns. And sorry. And then I found some free applique patterns, and I'm like, is that little scrap bag, because it hadn't arrived yet, and I'm like, is that little scrap bag gonna be enough wool to make these different patterns and stuff? So I go on Etsy, and I proceed to get wool pieces. So I got 20 wool pieces in all different colors and designs, and and then because those sounded like they were kind of small, they're about, it says, you can see how big they are. So of course I'm just going by measurement, so about hand size is what I was thinking. So I'm like, well, what if some of the pieces are a little bit bigger? So I bought another one from the same person of 18 wool pieces, and these ones here, as you see, are bigger pieces, and then all kinds of designs and colors, and that might keep me busy for a little while. So not next video, because I doubt I'm gonna have time for next video. Hopefully by the end of the month though, I can show you some wool applique. We'll have a wool segment in our show. I always said, come join me on my journey. I don't know where it's gonna take me on my stitching. Okay, so that's fun. All right, so my successes and failures is the end of the month. Let's go through that real quick. So May, I wanted to finish Summertime Bloom, that I call, and Freebie, done. So perfect. I finished what I wanted to finish. For the whips, I said for Santa's sleigh, I was gonna get the railings and the ribbons done. I just got the railings done, not the ribbons. Oh well. On Lavender Mist, as I said earlier, I was going to get the whole bottom of the chart completed. That was way too much ambition. I got a third of it done. On Floral Dream, I said I was going to start the arch, which I did. Christmas Eve, the Santa, I said I was going to complete the white fur on the jacket, and I did do that. Summer Acorns was the next vine section, and I got that done. For the Summer Fairy, my chatelaine, I said I was going to get part 2 complete, and I did get the cross stitch section complete. So I still need to do the back work and the specialty stitches. On Beach, I wanted to get through the end of H, which I did complete. Autumn Bee, I said the bee button body, and I completed that. My Hade and my Tinctorium chatelaine are on hold until next month. Well, actually till July. I was taking this quarter off of them, and I was going to touch base with them in July. So we'll see them later. All right, I planned on starting Cinnamon Stars. I did. Crab Dance, which I did. Winter Heart, I did not. Honey Fair, which I did. Lily of the Valley, and I did. Autumn Garden, I did not. Around the Block, I did not. But I also had a surprise start of Twirl. So I planned on starting, let me see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I planned on starting 7, and I started 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's not too bad. I've got plenty of whips going. I don't really need the other ones. I'm fine with that. So my June plans. I am going to do 3 days on a project, switch it out for another project, do 3 days on another project, and then I'm going to have a free day. 3 days probably going to end up being mostly Lady Liberty, but we'll see. But I want to basically, because she's also in a couple of those 3 days, because I got them all scheduled out, and that way I don't have to question. It's just, this is what project you're doing for the next 3 days. So I haven't, usually how I had my last goals, I plan to get this section done or that section done. I don't have any sections written down to get done this time. I'm just going to see time limit. I'm going to work on this for 3 days. And let's see how far I get, and let's see how much gets done, and go from there. A giveaway. I'm still giving away a teapot. Put it right here. I've sent out quite a few charts today, so if you're wanting it, here's the email address. Send me an email saying teapot chart, please, and I'll send it to you. So no problem. If you want it in a special format, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just sending you all the formats, which are when it's spread out across several pages. I think it's 4 pages, and it's all on one page, or it's a pattern keeper file. So I think I'm sending you all 3. There's Mr. Bowman. It's Mr. Bowman. Move the box so you can get to me. There you go. He's gonna try to see what he can steal out of my box. Eh. You're trying to steal, aren't you? Goodness. Yeah. So send me an email and I'll get that chart out to you. Let's see, I already told you about my drum finishing class. I'm excited about that. Oh, and in July, get this. The end of July, it's the 4th Friday of the month that they're doing these finishing classes. They're not charging anything. They're free. Just show up. So I'm like, hustle, even better, you know? So July, the end of July, they're doing a strawberry finishing. So now I'm going to have to do up on it. I've got several strawberry patterns in the Blackbird design book that I have. So I'm like, so now I'm going to have to start up a strawberry. So, but I'm not starting it until I get my drum finished. But I have that coming in July. So that's really exciting. And I signed up for a retreat at the same LNS. It's going to be on the beginning of October. It's the 7th and 8th. And of course, there's free stitch on the 6th, I believe, but I'll have to double check on that. But I know it's on the 7th and 8th of October. And they take 36 people. That's it. Because it's right there at the LNS, and that's all the room they have. And I was like, okay. And she goes, do you want to pre-sign up for it? I'm like, yes, please. So she opened it up and she goes, we only do 36 people, but I accept signups for more than that in case people need to cancel out. She goes, well, I usually sign up about 44 people in advance. I'm like, okay. I'm number 36. 36. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going. So I'm all excited about that. Yeah. So I got a retreat planned this year because I wasn't sure when I was going to get one in, maybe just because of scheduling and having to travel and all that kind of stuff. So it's right here. I can stay with Mom. Yeah. So I'm excited about that. I get home. I check my calendar and I've got a wedding that day. I'm like, on the 7th, I'm like, I look, no flowers. Perfect. Even if I did have flowers, I'd hand them off to my officiant to handle. I contacted my backup photographer and I'm like, Carrie, please tell me you can do this. And she's like, yeah, no problem. I'm like, phew. So yes, my calendar's clear, blocked off. I'm going on retreat. So I'm excited about that. My office is still a mess, but it's a different mess now. I started organizing it. Let me see if I can get this turn. Okay, that is the Murphy bed. The cabinet, like I said, it's got crap on it that it shouldn't have on it right now because I'm in the process of organizing, but it pulls open and then the bed comes out. So that puts it over there, and I do need to clear it off because this week I've got 6 weddings I've got flowers to do for, so I've got to get that stuff cleared off. But I just started this yesterday. We made the bed, we assembled it out of the box and everything, and I've got on that cabinet, you can see now on the top right there, there's a box there, and there's like 1 or 2 on each one of the shelves. And before it was all fairies, and now a lot of the fairies are gone, or actually they're up a little bit higher. I don't know if you can see them or not. Nope. Once I get it organized, I'll do a video of it with the cell phone so that I can walk around and show you. But so right now it's still a little bit of a mess, but it's coming together. So it's in progress instead of just total chaos in here. My chair's not in here yet or anything, but because next week my son and his wife, Trey and Mackenzie, they're coming into town. So that bed will be pulled out, and I'm like, I'm not putting a bunch of furniture and stuff in here with them using that. I just need it to be clean enough for them to use it, and I'll worry about organizing after they leave. So it's not top priority. Like I said, getting stuff off of there is, because I do need to use that space for doing my flowers, and then I need to have it cleaned off again, which of course after the weddings it'll be cleaned off because there won't be any more flowers. And that way, because you have to, that top piece is actually the footer part of the bed. So when you take it apart and make the bed, that's what that goes. So I can't have anything up there because it's going to be part of the bed. At any rate, I won't have another video until the middle of June because of Trey Mackenzie's visit, and I got 6 weddings this week, so I'm going to be running around crazy woman, but that's okay because I've had time off this past week, and I'm going to have the next week off because Trey and Mackenzie are here. I recorded a short little video for anybody who's interested after I sign off of Bo helping me edit. So he's a mess, but gotta love him. Any rate, I hope everybody had a great Memorial Day. I hope you have a great first half of your June, and I will catch up with everybody the middle part of June. I don't know when exactly, but if you're subscribed and have that notification bell rung, you'll catch me when I come on. Don't forget to send me an email for the charts, and other than that, bye. This is me trying to edit photos with help. Yes. I'm trying to help Mama edit photos, I guess, because he's wanting his lovins. We're not on vacation anymore. Mama's got to work. Can't just pet a puppy dog all day. just want to be on Mama's lap. You know you're too big. You know you're too big. Oh. Yeah. Mama loves you. This big bowl. This big